Hey guys, Berry CPA Texarkana, Texas here. The purpose of this video today is to talk a little bit about a question that we get from you guys pretty often. Our small business clients ask questions like, do I need to make estimated tax payments? When do I need to make them? And how much do they need to be? So we're going to talk about that for a little bit. Just a little bit about the individual income tax system. It's a pay-as-you-go type system. So you're supposed to pay in income taxes as you go. That can be either through the form of withholdings from a paycheck. So if you have a W-2 job and you get a W-2, like a paycheck with taxes withheld, one of those line items on those taxes withheld is federal income taxes. And so you're paying taxes on that W-2 that you're earning. You're paying your federal income taxes there. That's one way that you are paying in your taxes throughout the year. But if you're self-employed, if you own your own business, you may be getting a W-2, but your withholdings on your W-2 probably is not sufficient enough to cover your taxes that you're having to pay. You may not be getting a W-2 at all. You may not be getting a paycheck. Many small business owners don't get a paycheck. So how can you pay in your taxes throughout the year so that you make for sure your taxes are paid in full when you file your tax return? You're not getting penalties. So that is through estimated tax payments, and those are due quarterly. They're due April 15th, June 15th, September 15th, and January 15th. So it's weird quarters. It's not like you would think it would be. It's not exactly 3 months apart. So it's a little odd there. And those payments, let's say we're going into 2024. So your first 2024 estimated tax payment is due April 15th of 2024. And then June 15th of 2024, that's your second one. And then September 15th of 2024, that's your third. And then January 15th of 2025, that's your fourth and final estimated tax payment for your individual income taxes for federal purposes. So you have a payment possibly coming up on January 15th of 2024. That is for your individual income taxes for 2023. That's your last payment for 2023. So let's talk a little bit about that. What happens if you do not pay in enough taxes in estimated tax payments quarterly? What can happen? So you can get hit with a penalty. So some of our clients are different. Some of our clients would rather hang on to their money and they don't want to make estimated tax payments. They know that when they file their tax return at the end of the year that they are going to owe penalties and interest on that, and they are willing to pay that because they'd rather use that money throughout the year. In the course of their business, they can have a better return on investment. Some of our clients, they do not like getting letters from the IRS saying that there's penalties and interest and they didn't have enough taxes paid in. They want to make for sure and avoid those. So we try to learn which kinds of client that we're working with and make for sure that we either pay in plenty of tax throughout the year to make for sure you do not get a letter from the IRS saying you owe anything, or we try to help you reduce the penalties, but also know you're probably going to get a little bit at the end of the year and you're okay with that because you'd rather hang on to your $10,000 and pay a $100 penalty because you know you can make more money with that $10,000 in your business throughout the year, and you'd rather just pay a little bit extra to the IRS. So we try to learn our clients in that process, but we also try to educate you guys so that we're making for sure we know what type of client that you are and we're achieving the goals that you want to achieve, okay? One thing I want to talk about, and we'll try to make this quick so this video is not too long, but one thing I want to talk about is what we call the safe harbor. That is something that the IRS looks at when they are going to see if they're going to assess penalties for underpayment of individual income taxes. If you meet the safe harbor, then you're not going to get any penalties for underpaying your taxes, okay? So what is the safe harbor? The safe harbor is if your adjusted gross income is below $150,000, then if you're going to owe more than $1,000 when you file your tax return, you're supposed to make estimated tax payments, okay? Your payments paid in either through withholdings or estimated tax payments should be either 90% of your current year taxes. So let's say the 2023, you need to pay in 90% of your 2023 tax liability or 100% of last year, 100% of 2022 tax liability. That's a safe harbor. So as long as you meet that safe harbor, you're not going to get any penalties. You can hang on to any balance due and pay that on April the 15th. Now, if your adjusted gross income is over $150,000, those rules change a little bit. That's what they call high income safe harbor. So you are either 100% of your 2023 taxes or 110% of last year's taxes. And one thing I want to point out is you have, when it says your tax liability, you're looking at your total taxes line, not your balance due on your tax return. So that is important. So just know that there is a safe harbor. You do need to make estimated tax payments on a quarterly basis. The quarters are different: April 15th, June 15th, September 15th, and January 15th. Okay? Any taxes not paid then have to be paid on April the 15th. If you want to file an extension, many of our clients do that. We file an extension to either September or October. For your business, you get an extension to September 15th. If you're individual, you get an extension to October the 15th. That extension is an extension to file, not an extension to pay. All of your taxes need to be paid in full by April the 15th. If they are not, then you will owe penalties and interest if they are paid late, okay? So important things to know: due dates for estimated tax payments, why you have to make estimated tax payments, when you have to make them, what happens if you don't make them. You will get penalties. Bring that up in a discussion with us and see, okay, I want to avoid them at all costs, or I'm okay with paying a little bit because I'm going to use that money in my business. My income's volatile and I'd rather not make estimated tax payments and overpay them, that sort of thing. So if you have any questions, our team is here. We'd love to hear from you guys if you have any questions over this video. Thanks so much.